Are you curious about the cost of living in Germany if you decide to move here? With my own personal experience of living in Germany for more than 8 years, first as a student, then as a young professional, and later living with my wife, I can provide first-hand knowledge and practical tips to help you navigate the financial aspects of life in Germany. So in this video, we are going to talk about the fixed costs including rent and health insurance in Germany, then the variable costs like travel, groceries, clothing and entertainment, and watch this video till the end as I will also share my own experiences and ways I have been able to save money while living in Germany. Let me start with the average consumer spending by private households in Germany on a monthly basis. According to the Federal Statistical Office of Germany, an average household in Germany spends 360 euros on food, beverages and tobacco products, 122 euros on clothing and shoes, 908 euro on housing and energy, 137 euros on household furnishing and appliances, 115 euros on health, 370 euro on transport, 71 euro on communication, 304 euro on leisure and entertainment, 168 euro on restaurants and 149 euro on other goods, making the average cost of living in Germany at 2,700 euro per month. Now these are the average costs. Let me break things down for you so that you can calculate the cost of living in Germany for your specific case. By the way, if you're new to the channel, my name is Ahsan and on this channel we discuss business, investing and personal finance in German. Alright, let's start with the biggest cost of living in Germany, and that is for housing. Rent for housing in Germany is generally divided into kalt or cold rent and Nebenkosten or the utility costs. The cold rent covers the usage of the apartment space. In the utility costs, things like water, heating, sewerage, caretaker, elevator costs, etc. are covered. In most situations, you will have to pay a separate bill for electricity, internet, garbage disposal, and the dreaded radio tax. For most people moving to Germany, there are three options for housing. First is a room in a shared apartment, also known as a WG or a Wohngemeinschaftszimmer. Here you have your own personal room and you share a kitchen and the toilet with other people. Shared apartments have between 2 to an average of 4 people sharing the kitchen and the toilet. I have lived in a place where 12 people shared a kitchen, but that's not common in Germany. Some WGs have a common living room, but most have a somewhat larger kitchen where you can sit and have a meal. This type of shared accommodation is mostly used by students and young professionals. Then we have studio apartments. These are one-room apartments with a toilet. Some apartments have a separate kitchen, but most of them have an open kitchen in the living space. Next, we have multi-room apartments. These have between 2 to 5 rooms. Here you will also find options like 2.5 room or 3.5 room options. I'll explain this in a bit, but one thing you should know about the number of rooms is that unlike many other countries where a 2-room apartment may include 2 bedrooms and a living room in addition to a kitchen and a toilet, in Germany a 2-room apartment would mean 2 rooms in total in addition to a kitchen and a toilet. Some malicious landlords even include kitchens as rooms in their listings, so please be careful and take that into consideration. You will find some apartments which have a large kitchen or a large corridor. Most apartment listings will consider this as a half room, hence the 2.5 or 3.5 room listings. These three housing options can be in an apartment or a floor in a house. You can also rent out a whole house, but most expats would rather buy a house instead of renting a whole house. Coming to the rent, generally the south of Germany is more expensive than the northern part. Let's have a look at specific examples. This shared room in Munich is listed for 495 euro per month. This room costs 500 euro in Stuttgart. This one is 310 euro in a room shared by 3 other people in Berlin. This listing for a 3-room apartment in Stuttgart costs 1400 euro per month, and this fully furnished 2-room apartment in Berlin is 1000 euros cold per month. Obviously, you can find more expensive or cheaper housing options, but the more central the housing, the more expensive it's generally going to be. Here is a list of average rental prices in some other popular cities in Germany. This map can help you calculate the average cost for rent you can expect in your city per square meter. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Additionally, you can also Google Mietspiegel and your city name to get specifics for that city. Additional utilities like electricity would cost around 30 euros per month per person. Internet costs between 30 to 40 euros for a 50 Mbps connection, and mobile packages can be had for 9 euro per month if you opt for a prepaid package. The next big cost of living in Germany is health insurance. In Germany, health insurance is mandatory. It does not matter what visa you have, be it student, blue card or dependent visa. Every resident in Germany must have health insurance. Here you have two options, the public health insurance or the private health insurance. Let's start with the public health insurance. In Germany, around 73 million insured people are covered by a statutory health insurance company, which is around 90% of the population. Now, how much you pay for your public health insurance in Germany depends on your salary. In general contribution rate, you pay around 14.6% of your salary for health insurance. Half of that is taken from your salary and half of that is matched by your employer. So someone having a 50,000 euro salary would have to pay around 4,100 euro each year for public health insurance. Thankfully, the contribution limit is capped at a salary of 62,100 euro for 2024, meaning that you would be paying a maximum of 5,175 euro per month with the public health insurance if you have a higher income. Students have to pay between 120 euro and 250 euro depending on their age. With the public health insurance, you can also include your family in your insurance. If your spouse is not working or earning less than 538 euro per month, you can include them free of charge. If your spouse earns more than 538 euro per month, they would have to get their own health insurance in Germany. Additionally, your children can be a part of your family health insurance until their 18th birthday, till the age of 23 if they are not working, or until their 25th birthday if they meet certain requirements. That is why 90% of the population in Germany have a public health insurance, as it is a big cost saver for families. Unlike public health insurance, contributions to private health insurance are not dependent on your income. If you're getting value from this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribe. The calculations of private health insurance premiums is based on risk and certain information is important. This includes the coverage chosen like hospital rooms, reimbursement for dentures, inclusion of herbal treatments, etc. The age of the insured person is also significant. As people age, they tend to use the private health insurance more, so switching earlier can lead to lower contributions. The health condition at the beginning of the insurance is taken into account as well. Existing illnesses are considered as additional risks and may affect the premium. The insurance company may reject the application or impose a surcharge for pre-existing conditions. This chart shows the average monthly contributions for private health insurance based on the age of the insured person. I'll put some links to the public and private health insurance providers that you might like in the description. Let's move to the variable cost of living in Germany. For those who support their home financially, sending money through bank transfer can be quite expensive. With the Western Union app, sending money has never been easier. Western Union has over 150 years of experience and is trusted by 120 million customers worldwide. With their global network, you can send money to over 200 countries and territories. You might know that Western Union offers cash-to-cash payments, but they actually have various pay-in and pay-out methods to suit your needs. With the Western Union app, you can calculate fees upfront, track your transfers, and save contacts for quick repeat transactions. Plus, your first online transfer to a bank account has 0 euro in fees. So download the Western Union app today and start sending money to your loved ones back home, starting with transportation. Unless you live in a very small city, you can easily get by without having a car. In fact, it is easier to live without a car if you are living in a big city than with one because of congestion and a lack of parking spots. Using public transport, a single ticket on average costs around 3 euros and day tickets are about 5 to 10 euros depending on your city. Thankfully, the Deutschland ticket, which costs around 49 euros per month in 2024, this enables you to take unlimited regional train trips throughout Germany. You can even travel to neighboring countries if you take certain regional trains. Larger cities have good connections within the city and a variety of options are available. Smaller cities generally do not have great connections, so getting a car would make more sense. That said, if you have a driving license from a country that is not part of the EU or EEA, it is valid for 6 months from the time you establish your residency in Germany. In some cases, an extension of up to 12 months is possible. After that, your driving license is no longer valid and you need a German driving license. Depending on your driving experience, a German driving license would cost between 1,500 euros to 4,000 euros. I've seen people even cross more than 5,000 euros. When it comes to buying a car, you can opt for a cheap used car. A 10-year-old car with less than 50,000 kilometers would cost around 5,000 euro, as you can see here. On top of that, you would need car insurance, which would cost around 1,000 euro per year. Fuel costs in Germany have increased since 2022. So 1 liter of petrol would cost about €2. But the prices fluctuate between €1.60 and €2.20 per liter for E5 in 2024. You can also opt for using a bicycle, which would cost between €80 to €200 if you want to get a used one and less than €1,000 if you want to buy a new one. I used an old €50 bike for 2 years with some maintenance, and then I got a new bicycle on sale for €350 at 70% off. I bike to work from March till the end of October, then I have to use my car as the temperatures fall below -7 and there is usually snow as well. Now let's talk about the cost of groceries in Germany. Supermarkets in Germany will probably be different from the supermarkets that you are used to at home. You will find many options to choose from, and German discount grocery stores are usually cheaper than the ones in neighboring countries. Those who prefer fresh produce can buy fresh fruit, meat, and fish at the weekly market in your city. You can check when those are held in your city's website or their Facebook page. However, most Germans shop quite normally in discount supermarkets like Aldi or Lidl. Discounters like Aldi, Netto, Lidl, and others cover the basic everyday needs of customers. There you can often find offers at the lowest prices, which can reduce your cost of living in Germany. There's a basic selection of fruits and vegetables, a self-service store for bread and baked goods, and a decent range of cold cuts, dairy products, baked goods, and canned goods. At peak times, discount stores are frequently very crowded and have long lines formed in front of the cash register. Be careful at the cashier, they work extremely fast. Generally, German grocery stores have their business hours from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. on weekdays and Saturdays, and on Sundays, most stores are completely closed. There are a lot of small supermarkets in Germany where you can buy international foods. They offer a large variety of products and brands from different nations. There are Turkish, Asian, Russian, or African supermarkets where you can find groceries from your country. So basically, you can plan about €200 per person for groceries each month. Here is a list of commonly used items with their average costs. Now let's talk about some other costs of living in Germany. When it comes to entertainment, going to the cinema can be a fun activity but can cost around €12 to €25 per seat. You can buy special discount cards for cheaper prices. You can also enjoy budget-friendly entertainment like going to the park or events held in your city for free. Gyms in Germany cost between €30 to €50 per month on average. Be sure to check out the membership conditions before signing any contracts. You can also find museums and parks throughout Germany, where the tickets would cost between 10 to hundreds of euros depending on the activity. Eating out in German restaurants can be expensive, with an average meal for 2 people around €60 in a mid-range place. If you want to save money, it's a good idea to improve your cooking skills. But don't worry, Germany offers dining options for different budgets. If you're looking for a cheap option, consider doner kebabs, which can fill you up for around €12 on average. However, the price can increase if you add a dessert or a drink. For instance, a cola would cost around €3 at least. In Germany, you can find high-quality clothing, but it can be expensive sometimes. A pair of jeans usually costs between €40 to €110. If you're interested in shoes like running shoes, the price ranges from €40 onwards. Shopping at stores like C&A and H&M would help you save money on clothing, and stores like Deichmann can help you save money on shoes. Also, visiting places like Metzingen Outlet City would be a good idea if you wish to buy branded stuff at a high discount. Obviously, I cannot cover every single cost of living in Germany, as your expenses would be totally unique to you. But as someone who has been living in Germany for more than 8 years, I can safely say that if you are willing to make some small compromises here and there, a single individual would be able to have an average cost of less than €1,000 per month. It may not be achievable in all circumstances, but it is certainly doable in most cities in Germany. Families would have different costs depending on how many children you have and the number of people working in the family. So a number between €600 to €700 per person in families can be calculated. In this video, I share tips on how to save money in Germany, and if you're thinking of moving to Germany, in this video I share how to move to Germany without a job. So thanks for watching, bleib gesund, and I'll see you in either of these two videos.